Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jack here again. Now today, well, before we get started in this video, sorry if the quality is a bit bad. Your old boy Jackie did a done goof and forgot to charge his camera. I've got a better quality camera that I actually got for my birthday this year, and yeah, just really good one, Jack. I forgot to charge it, so it's out of battery. So I'm using my my iPhone. So hopefully the quality isn't too bad. See how we go. But today we're going to be covering a video. And it's more so covers a problem that I get asked, in my Facebook group, in my, my DMs and my messages, just about getting started with Amazon FBA. And a big problem for people getting started is that, hey Jack, I don't have the money to start. I don't have, $2,000 to put into my first product. I don't have $1,500 to put into my first product. I don't have $1,000 to put into my first product. So I'm going to cover for you guys today three different ways that you can get started, gain your capital and get started on, getting your first product in. And usually that $1,500 to $2,000, which, I go over in my course, usually that is to, buy a sufficient amount of units. That's usually to get it private label, it's to get it shipped to Amazon, and that's to get it, ready to start selling and have money left over for advertising as well. So we're gonna get right into it. So before you go ahead and write into the comments, Jack, you're an absolute idiot, these things are way too self-explanatory. The whole point of this video is for it to be self-explanatory, because people forget that there are certain ways and there are easier ways to save up money to get that $2,000, or get that $1,500 that you need to get started doing Amazon FBA. And a lot of people forget that, it's just as simple as, the steps that I'm just about to tell you are. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. These are the three things that that I would do if you haven't got the money to get started on FBA. This is the three ways on how to gain your capital. So number one, and this is the method that I personally used, and that was to save up money and put away money, at the end of each week from your current, 9-to-5 job or whatever hours you work. I was working a part-time job at that time. I just put away money each week. Let's just say if I got, even as little as $400, a pay in 1 week, I just put, $50 or tried to put $100 away each week. Now, I know everyone's situations are different. I know some people are going to be able to save more money, some people are going to be able to save less, but that is up to you. That is up to the individual on how you are going to work around that. It's no one else's fault. You need to figure out a way. If you want to be serious about Amazon FBA, you need to figure out a way to put that money aside. Just keep putting it away, and really by the time you know it, that money's going to be there, and you're going to be ready to start doing your product research. And the thing is as well, you can do your product research while you're saving up the money. So by the time you've got that $1,500 to $2,000, you already know what product you're going to go for. You've done your research and you're ready to just bam, just start contacting suppliers, and you get your first order in, and then away you go. So that's the first one, is to just save up money from your current job, or if you're working, if you're doing stuff on the side, just save up as much as you can each week, each fortnight, each month, and just slowly accumulate that money until you've got $1,500 to $2,000 or whatever you want to start with. Even if your first goal is $5,000, you want to get started with, so you've got a bit more leeway with your advertisement, or with the cost of the product or the amount that you're trying to order in. So that's one way to do it. Now number two, and this is my personal favorite, and that is to sell stuff around your house that you don't use, or that you don't need anymore. Sell it either on preferably on eBay or on a Facebook page. And for reference for this, but after I got started on my Amazon journey, I actually I was sort of collecting some gaming stuff here and there for like a year, 6 months before that. So I had a lot of gaming stuff there that I just wasn't using. It was more so collectible stuff. But really, to put into perspective, I put a lot of that on there, and I ended up selling, it was probably about, I think it was just over $1,000 in 2 days, and that was from Facebook. I just went on a local Facebook page, listed all this stuff, made sure I had, really good prices on it, and I just sold it all, and everyone was just DMing me and saying, hey, I want to buy this, hey, I want to pick this up, hey, I want to do this, and I was just working out deals with everyone, and you just really got to hustle when it comes to that stuff. And I was able to sell just a whole bunch of stuff. I had a big pile of stuff there, and I was able to accumulate like $1,000 in like 2 days, and then I just went to the bank, put that in to my bank account, and then just saved that up, and obviously put that towards my business. So there's a way you can do that. And then even when I got started on eBay, when I was just selling my personal stuff on eBay, I just put things up. I think I had a limit of about 10 listings, and out of those 10 listings, I ended up selling, I think it was like $360 in like the first week or two. So really, and this was just from stuff around my house, stuff that I had collectible stuff, or stuff that you just don't even need anymore. So like I had old monitors, screens and things like that. I had toys and collectibles, and you can even sell stuff like chairs and just, furniture and whatever you want, paintings, whatever you want, things that you don't, you'll be surprised. You go around your house and there's so much stuff that you just don't use anymore, and you could be putting that towards, your business. If you're really serious about working for yourself, or you're really serious about making a second income from, Amazon FBA, and you need to get that initial capital, then stuff like this should come really, really easy. The third way as well, and this is going to be a little bit different, a little left of field of the other 2 points that I've made, but the third one is actually freelance work. And a lot of people do this on places like Upwork, where they have a specific skill set, and they charge by hour, or they'll do like a one-off thing. And if you're good at stuff like web design, or you're good at painting or handcrafts or anything like that, you don't even have to do it through Upwork. You can do it through local Facebook page. Even that can be a business in itself, but it can be a way to raise a little bit of capital, raise a bit of money week by week, and it's just a good way to start earning money. Just doing a casual side thing. You could do it on the weekends. You could just say, let's just say you're really good at playing pool, for instance, because I'm around a pool table right here. Let's just say you're really good at pool, and you wanted to start up a local Facebook group, and you wanted to teach people how to play pool, and you could do something for maybe $50 for an hour session or something like that. And let's just say you've played in a few tournaments, and you've been pretty successful with that. You can teach people on how to do that. There's so many niches, and so many freelancing opportunities, and just so many different ways to make money. I've only done 3 points on how to make money here, but freelancing is another way as well. But there's just an infinite amount of ways to make money. So when it comes to getting started on Amazon FBA, when I hear people say that they don't want to put in $2,000 to $3,000 to get started, really what I'm hearing there is just a lot of excuses, and I'm just hearing a lot of people saying oh, this is going to be too hard if I can't save $2,000 to get started in Amazon FBA. What's the point of even doing it? Really, if you're serious about either working for yourself or making a second income, or just starting an Amazon FBA business, this is really stuff you have to look at. Amazon FBA business is one of the cheapest ways to start a business. If you can start a business on $2,000, and you can potentially grow that to $10,000 per month, $20,000, $50,000 per month. If you can exponentially grow that, the investment is absolutely nothing. You got to stop looking at the upfront costs. You have to look at all this stuff as an investment. So when I'm telling you guys on how to save money, and how to get started on Amazon, and how to get your initial capital, and why you should get started on this, and give yourself freedom, and just basically make as much money as you can with it. I'm trying to tell you guys that there's the opportunity in 2018, especially living in Australia, living in America, living anywhere in the world. Basically, the internet has opened up so much opportunity for us. You have to really put into perspective for yourself just how good we have in 2018. There's so many opportunities. You couldn't just go up. 20 years ago, you couldn't just go up and put something up on a Facebook page and have it sell within the next 15 minutes. And you can just organize it, pick up, and then you get the cash from there. You would have had to put it in an advertisement, either on the radio or on a pocket trade or something like that, which is like it's like a local newspaper kind of thing. Or you had to put it in the paper, or you just had to go out there yourself and try and advertise it, or do a garage sale or something like that. It's very, very simple, and the internet has opened up a lot of ways for you to make money. And when I hear that you've got no way to make money, or you've got no way to save money, to me that's just an excuse. And there's so many people out there, there's so much money out there to be made, especially on the internet in 2018. You can't limit yourself to that kind of thinking. You have to basically be in the mindset of, look, this is what I'm going to make, not this is what I'm trying to make. You have to think of it as, this is what I'm going to make, this is what I'm going to invest in my Amazon business. You do your Amazon business right, you grow it exponentially from there, and then you're on your way. There's still so many ways to do it, and you can't limit yourself to just thinking, oh look, this is going to be too hard, I just can't do it. You can't limit yourself to thinking like that, and it's going to be better for you and your life in the long run. And I just want you guys to go out there and do it. You guys can do Amazon FBA. You can't limit yourself to thinking, no, look, I can't do it. That it's just going to be too hard. There's too much money involved. There's too much risk. No, like when it comes to anything in life, there's going to be risk. Whether that's starting a business, whether that's starting a family, whether it's getting married. In the words of Jim Rohn, if you guys know who Jim Rohn is, he was a real popular guy back in the day. He said everything in life is risky, but we're all going to end up the same way. We're all going to end up getting older, and then we're all going to end up dying. And you just have to live your best life. I just really want to reiterate to you guys, how important that message is, and I just want you guys to take control of your lives and just to live it the way you want. And I don't want you guys to make excuses anymore. I want you guys to go out there, and I want you guys to kill it. And I want you guys to be accountable for your actions and stop blaming, your problems, and stop blaming society, and stop blaming, your lack of money, and stop blaming your job, and stop blaming, stop blaming anything. Stop blaming the government. There's really no reason. That mindset is going to be a loser's mindset. And if you get stuck on stuff like that, watch someone like Gary Vee, or watch Gary Vaynerchuk, watch his messages and what he says, and it's really helped me out a lot with the way I think. And just watch other people who are doing it, watch the way that they think, and you'll see, once you've got that mind shift, you'll see, how successful you can be, and you'll see how little complaining, does for you. From that, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video.